Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
If you saw our last video, then you know that we visited Saigon, Vietnam. But unfortunately, while we were there, we had some technical difficulties, and I didn't realize it until way too late because I stopped checking my footage daily. We had the external microphone on our camera stop working while we were in Vietnam, so none of that footage has any audio. So today, we're going to be trying something new.
Today we are going to be going over the sites that we saw in Saigon.
We stayed in District 4 Saigon, and we were just a few minute walk away from District 1, which is where all the big tourist attractions that people go to see are. And District 4 we found was a lot cheaper and a lot quieter than District 1.
On our first day in Saigon, we explored our area, and since we were staying in District 4, we checked out two markets. The 200 market is an outdoor market. We saw a lot of stalls and food carts selling, and there was even some businesses that were selling outside of their homes.
We got to try several different Vietnamese snacks, including Vietnamese flan, which is served with coffee, which is pretty unique, and we also got to try some sesame balls. Everything that we tried was made fresh, which is different from other markets that we have visited in Asia.
It's very much a locals market, and you're only gonna find Vietnamese snacks there. The second market we went to was the Son Chao market. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. It is an indoor market with two levels. The bottom level has food, but we did go during the day, so it wasn't open. But on the second floor, there is a lot of like clothing stores, so you can find pretty much anything, even if you want to get like a souvenir Vietnamese shirt. And they also have jewelry and accessories. Moving on to District 1, we went to the Ben Thanh market. It is mostly a fake goods market. We saw a lot of different like jewelry, watches, like, you know, you can find Rolexes and all of that there, and a lot of clothing and purses. It's a very big and lively market. We went there 2 times, and both of the times were just so active. There's so many vendors and a lot of like small stalls, but they're all kind of like stacked along each other, so it's kind of easy to get lost. For pricing, we do know that they charge way more than the actual price, but that's just kind of how it is when you go to these fake goods market. So just make sure to use your sharp negotiating skills and hopefully get a pretty good deal for you.
In District 1, we also visited the War Remnants Museum, which is a very interesting museum about the Vietnam and America War that happened in Vietnam. Admission was 40,000 dong, or about $1.70 each, so well worth the price of admission. At this museum, there's a lot of leftover equipment from the war that you get to see out front, but there's also hundreds of pictures of the war, what was going on the ground. And that's what really impressed us. We had no idea just how detailed the record keeping was of this war and how many journalists were on the ground recording what was happening. So it was truly interesting to see all these pictures.
It was a sad and very informational museum. The pictures are what broke my heart because there was just so much going on, and it's just really tragic to learn about that.
We also feel that they did a pretty good job of staying neutral, and rather than trying to make you feel a certain way or give you a certain opinion, they did a very good job of just presenting the facts and letting you come to your own conclusions.
Our next stop in District 1 is the Pink Church. It is a Roman Catholic church that is in all pink, and it was such a cute place to visit. It's also a really good place if you want to take some pictures.
Another cool site that we visited in District 1 was the old post office. While you can still send postcards from here, it is mostly a tourist trinket shop now, but compared to other tourist markets we've seen, they have fairly good pricing on all their trinkets.
Depending on the type of postcard you want, there's different pricing, so there's some that are actually like hand-drawn that cost a lot more than the ones that are printed.
This post office was built in the 1880s and was designed by a French architect, so it has a lot of French characteristics in its architecture. But when we were inside, it reminded us a lot more of a train station than a post office. However, we decided that we could probably get our postcards a little bit cheaper, so we went next door to Book Street and we got some cheaper postcards.
It's a really cute walking street with so many bookshops, and there's even like a cafe where you can read a book. Personally, this was one of our favorite places to visit. It was just like the cutest thing ever, and they have like popular books there too in Vietnamese and also in English.
We felt like we didn't get to do too much in Saigon, Vietnam, but we only had a week planned there because we didn't think there was that much to do. But once we hit the ground, we realized that it is a huge and thriving city with so many things to see and do. So our only regret is that we didn't spend more time in Saigon. But that's not all for our time in Saigon. We have several more videos planned about all the different foods that we got to try while we were there, because really our world trip is just a big food tour.
And also, let us know what you guys thought about this video. This is a completely different style, and we hope we weren't as bad.
We hope it wasn't too boring.
I know. So please remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep following us on our journey. And we'll see you next time. Bye!